Far too many men are obsessed with their penis and truly believe that enlarging the size of their members will make them better lovers. Far too many men learn sex from porn and as a result believe they are great lovers. As a result, and very sadly, far too many men are poor lovers. Thankfully, we live in a time of women empowerment. Women no longer need a man for safety or sexual pleasure. Hello, my name is Valdo Lallemand. I'm a relationship coach. I started Vibrant Couple to further my purpose of liberating love through connection and playfulness. This is our Flirting with Your Wife series. Today is a special episode on sex toys. There is a lot on the internet on how to pick up chicks. There is a lot on sexual techniques, but there is very little on how to be and connect and play with one's long-term partner. So, how do you become a great lover? Well, how about we ask the women first what they want? We all have masculine and feminine in us. Our feminine wants to be loved. Our masculine wants to be respected. I trust by now that if you have a different gender orientation or sexual orientation, you know how to read between the lines. Women want to be valued, loved, connected, claimed, and desired. So here, claim does not mean you are my private property. It means that I choose you. When a woman feels all five from her masculine partner, she will naturally give him respect. By the way, women, if you want all five, start with giving him respect. But that's the topic for another video. Men love metrics. So I'm going to give you a simple chart to help you gauge where you're at as a lover and help you become a better one. On the x-axis is close-minded to open-minded, and on the y-axis is self-centered to selfless. I am defining 5 zones in this territory, from really bad lover to poor lover to neutral lover to good lover to great lover. Here are a few vignettes to better define these territories. An average lover would have an okay sex life, an okay frequency, and an okay routine. A good lover will have created with his wife or feminine sexual partner, I do not care about your marital status here, a relationship in which they both value sex, in which they invest time and effort for their sexual intimacy, in which she learns to show up in sex and he learns to show up in romance. And a great lover has created and continues to create with his feminine partner a secret garden for their sexual intimacy in which they meet, they play, they explore, and they enjoy each other. Let's now explore the less desirable parts of this chart. A poor lover will see sex as an uphill battle, something that is not really satisfying either for him or for her. Although any man on this chart might enjoy porn once in a while, poor lovers is the place where porn becomes the norm, plagues the relationship. That leads us to the territory of really poor lovers, in which porn is likely the norm when there is the belief, male-centric typically, misogynistic often, that it is the cock that creates the orgasm. There is very little space for a woman to be valued, to feel loved, to feel claimed, and to feel desired, because it's all about his cock. And that's why the 2 axes on the left are self-centeredness and close-mindedness. Because to be and connect with a woman, you have to be open-minded and you have to selflessly show up for her. On the lower left of the chart, we have a downward spiral, and on the upper right, an upward spiral. It is about her feeling connected and her pleasure, not your cock, not your performance. The downward spiral leads to righteousness, misogyny, and isolation. The upward spiral leads to play, curiosity, and exploration. I trust you know where I want to invite you. So how do you go from poor lover to average lover And by the way, you can only do +1 at a time. We'll talk about that later. I invite you to consider if there would be good reasons your wife does not want sex with you. So here, my friend, don't beat yourself up. This is likely the result of many years of disconnection and misunderstandings. In addition, men were not taught how to be good lovers, and women were not taught how to be good lovers either. Reviving a couple's sex life after it has dwindled and sometimes disappeared over the years is much too complex for this video and is often a treacherous journey. I'm putting a link on how to find me in the description below, should you want some coaching on this. If you believe you are an average lover and want to become a good lover, offer her a sex toy for Christmas. At minimum, it can spark very interesting conversations. And at best, it can propel you, likely over time, to become a great lover and play with her and her sex toys. By now, I trust you got the memo. This is about her pleasure. Listeners, we are working on our next Spoof-O-mercials. Let us know in the comments below if you prefer A or B. Oh darling, I would love one of these sex toys.
That would not emasculate my manhood.
Oh darling, I would love one of these sex toys. My love, we have the whole weekend to ourselves. That could be so much fun. I cannot wait to get messy and play with you. Do you think it could give me an orgasm?
Consider it done.
I intentionally kept the hardest for last. This is the one you likely have to fight against your righteousness, against misogyny, against years of isolation. So, get over yourself. Learn to get out of your comfort zone and learn to listen to her. Many men are surprised beyond measure by their feminine partner when they learn to value, consider, and appreciate her. And I trust by now you know the two key words are selflessly and with an open mind. Basically, you learn to accept her as she is. So Valdo, you mentioned earlier that you can only do a +1. I'm curious. Yes, indeed, you cannot do a +2. And so, of course, I wish you to be able to do a +2. But what happens is the inertia of our ego shows up. So let's pretend that a man who believes that his cock is creating her orgasms offers his wife a sex toy for Christmas and said, darling, we are going to play together. I'll make you come. Due to the weight of his close-minded and self-centered beliefs, it is very unlikely that she feels fully invited to be playful with him. He has to work over time again and again on his self-centeredness and his close-mindedness so that both over time disappear so that she can feel fully invited for who she is, fully accepted with her flaws and her quirks. And by the way, porn makes sex look clean, but in real life, sex is messy and we have emotions and we have this and we have that and we have juices. All of those are wonderful, but only when they are fully welcome, when they are part of the play, when they are part of enhancing our love for each other. That was very helpful. Thank you. But you make it look like it's for the men to do all the work. Aren't some women close-minded and self-centered? Yes, indeed, there are. And in addition, our culture trains women to deserve things from men and things from men that men cannot provide. But that's a topic for another conversation. Men, if you're watching this video, work on becoming open-minded and more selfless. And women, if you want to be valued, loved, connected, claimed, and desired, learn to become more open-minded about who men are and more selfless in the way you respect him. If this video inspired you to liberate more love and become a great lover, here are a few videos I made that may interest you. This is to dispel the myth that women are not sexual beings. This is a very playful interview with a woman who owns a sex toy store. This is about what women really crave in the bedroom. And last but not least, you must learn to talk about sex.